A bit deeper about fragrance, what we need to know, why we should be avoiding it, how we can avoid it, and all of that. So I'm going to jump in. Fragrance is an umbrella term, and what that means is fragrance is all encompassing, so it's not one specific item. It's actually a composition of many. I used to work at International Flavor and Fragrances, and there are actually 15, sometimes even more components that go into just one fragrance. So there are a lot of ingredients there. So when you read fragrance on the back of any of your labels, it's not just one thing. It's a combination of many different ingredients. Companies do not have to disclose all of the ingredients they're using in their fragrance because it's considered proprietary information. So that's how they get away with using some stuff they shouldn't be using or some hazardous things without having to tell us what it is because it's considered proprietary. So that being said, fragrance does not mean one thing. There are many things that go into a fragrance. More often than not, it's about 14 on average different items. So what can we do to avoid fragrance? Read your labels. Anything that says fragrance or parfum, don't use unless you know that the company is using safe ingredients. So there are certain companies that still use fragrance, but they'll be using essential oils for their fragrance. So just to get a good idea of the company and what they're using for their fragrance. Something else to consider with fragrance is a lot of those ingredients that they're using are allergens. So they actually cause skin reactions. They can hurt your lungs. They can cause a rash. They can cause cancer. Some of them are carcinogens. 80% of fragrances use phthalates. What phthalates do is it extends the time of the fragrance. So it'll smell pretty longer, but phthalates are known to cause cancer, and they're actually banned in the European Union, Japan, South Korea, and China. So the United States has not banned phthalates yet, so a lot of companies are still using it to prolong the fragrance. So that's in about 80% of fragrances, phthalates, which is not good. And about, I want to say 50% of ingredients have not been tested on humans. So there's no way to know how we're going to react to it until we do. One really good resource you can use is ewg.com or .org or the Think Dirty app. And what they do is it will rate products and anything that has fragrance in it, fragrance will pop up in red, so you know. But if you read the back of your labels, it will tell you if fragrance is there. I try and stay away from fragrance if I can, just because it's an umbrella term and we have no idea what is in there. Essential oil fragrances are better because they're using natural oils for scent, but avoid fragrance if you can. And as always, this is an open conversation, so please comment below with any questions or anything you want to discuss further. But thanks for being here, thanks for checking it out, and I will continue to deep dive into topics and share.